Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We're just here in the office. We've been watching the FA Cup draw and it is official. Arsenal have drawn
Mansfield Town.
Mansfield Town away. Another great draw for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Great draw for Mansfield.
Yeah.
Remember Mansfield in the last round, they beat Burnley. That's a big scalp, big Premier League scalp that they took. But listen, guys. Arsenal, when you consider especially the fact that they're going for the title, Champions League games, the last thing Arsenal would have wanted would be like a difficult game away at Man City or away at Liverpool or away at Chelsea.
Yeah.
You want a home game, but if you're not going to get a home game, you want to see if you can get, and no disrespect to Mansfield, the easiest away game you can get.
Sounds
and Mansfield
to me.
No, you know, looking at the leagues they're in, we
Yeah.
couldn't have asked for a better draw, could we?
Nah, listen, man. I'm pretty sure you speak to any Arsenal fan, they'll take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, I agree. That what their League One we were saying.
Yeah.
So
13th.
13th in League One. We're expected to beat Mansfield. We dusted down Wigan already. Like as you said, you don't want to have to play Man City away or even at home or Liverpool. Because when you actually look at when we've been knocked out of the FA Cup, it has been to those big teams. It has been to Man United, to Liverpool, to Man City, on those very narrow score lines as well. And as well, potentially, if we would have gotten Man City, you could potentially be saying you could be playing Man City, 5 times for the rest of the season. Carabao Cup final, at the Etihad in the league, in the Champions League. So it's good that we've avoided a team as big as that, and we've got a smaller team that we should be beaten. Let's be real.
Yeah. What do you know about Mansfield?
That it's near Nottingham.
I mean, we're going to know a lot more about them now.
Don't know where blue.
I don't know too much about
sure.
the football team, but what I do know is that Arsenal should be beating them. I know that. And listen, that draw is, no disrespect to Mansfield supporters, but that is a very good draw for Arsenal.
Yeah.
When you consider that we're in 4 competitions, you know, get Mansfield away from home, great day out for the fans, great game. There's always that possibility of an upset. So Arsenal.
Well, listen, they had an upset in the last round. They knocked out a Premier League team.
Exactly.
But then that serves as a good example to Arsenal to say, don't take them lightly. But I think what the good thing about it is that Arsenal know that they'll be able to put out a similar sort of team to what they did yesterday, which is make lots and lots of changes. You can play Kepa, you can play Mosquera and all these sort of players.
Heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation. And you will still be expected to win that game. Whereas if you got an away game against Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, teams like that, Newcastle, all of a sudden you got to say, well, maybe we need to go a bit stronger to try and get this game over the line. But for this game, the team that played yesterday should be fully capable of winning this game.
Well, they say leagues don't lie. We're top of the Premier League. They're 13th in League One. So there's quite a big difference between the two teams. So, again, we're not trying to be presumptuous or disrespectful or condescending. But come on now, man. I mean, it should be a win, right?
Yeah.
I think, if we're saying Wigan's in League One, right? We're saying Wigan's in League One and they were 22nd. And look how well, within 30 minutes, we completely destroyed them. And we didn't even have to do anything else after that. I kind of expect similar things against Mansfield Town. Similar team that's in that league, not that far higher than Wigan, really. And as Uncle said, we're first in the Premier League, first in the Champions League. We're in the Carabao Cup final. We can't be sat here as fans saying about the depth of our squad and we can't beat Mansfield Town. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, to me, the only thing that would have made it better is if we were at home. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, listen, like you said, Mansfield, I don't know what the capacity of Mansfield Stadium is. I don't know if one of you guys can look it up for me right there and that, because, there'll be a lot of Arsenal fans wanting to go to that game. I've never been to Mansfield before. I don't remember Arsenal ever playing Mansfield before. It's a massive, massive game for Mansfield Town. Listen, prestige-wise, playing Arsenal, the fact that, they'll make a lot of money off of it. No doubt, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a TV game. This will be on the TV for sure. And it'd be really exciting for those fans of Mansfield, you know.
10,000.
Yeah, it's 10,000.
10,000, so
field,
small ground.
Yeah.
So,
quite a small
you know, there'll
ground.
be fans desperately trying to get tickets
Yeah.
for that already.
But remember, in the FA Cup, the allocation is bigger for away fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously, it's still not as much.
Still only going to be about 3,000 max.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of
know?
numbers of Arsenal.
Yeah. Just looking around you know, just to tell you about some of the other ties. Wrexham are playing Chelsea. Liverpool are away at Wolves. We saw Wolves go with a really, really strong team the other day. So, you know, this is the most interesting one. And when you look at it and again, when we're talking about the context of our game, Newcastle United versus Manchester City.
Yeah.
That, you know, Pep Guardiola would not have wanted to face Newcastle away,
Yeah.
you know, in the FA Cup. You know, Newcastle, this is one of the only things, well, you know, they're still in the Champions League, but this is one of the only things they've really got a realistic chance of winning this season. You saw them go with a really strong team away at Aston Villa. They will play a strong team in this. Pep would have wanted to have rested a lot of players ahead of whatever game's going to come up after that. You know, every single game is pressure in the Premier League. So whilst we're going away to Mansfield, they're going to have to play Newcastle. Do they go with a strong side? Even you rest players, it's still going to have to be semi-strong against a team like Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably what they might call the tie of the round.
Yeah, I would say it is.
That's the most sexiest
It is.
cup
It's the
tie
biggest cup
of,
tie.
of the next round. But I think Newcastle certainly want to try and get that game won because, you know, they're not having the best of seasons. So the FA Cup, I mean, they won the Carabao Cup last season, so I'm sure the FA Cup will be high on their list of priorities. And I've got to be honest, they'll be fancying themselves in that game. I wouldn't say they're
St.
favourites,
James's
but I
Park.
think at St James's Park, that is going to be a really highly charged game.
Highly charged, but the thing for me is that, you know, in the context of the title race, is just that's a difficult game for them. You know, I mean, even if you're going to rest players, you maybe got to consider playing a Haaland in that game, or you got to consider playing Gay and players like, because you know, you if you want to progress through to the next round.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I think if we look at, as you said, the grand scheme of things, I'm not sure when this game situates in the calendar, but we're sat here saying that Man City are going to have to play Newcastle again. You know, they're going to have to potentially play a team like Real Madrid in the Champions League, for example. Those are all games where you're obviously not going to rotate as much. You might change one or two players, but the reality is these are top pedigree teams, unlike a Mansfield Town, for example. So we actually do have the benefit of saying, right, when we go Mansfield Town, you can leave out a Saliba, or you can leave Gabriel at home, do you know what I mean? Or you don't even have to bring David Raya. Do you know what I mean? Whereas they don't really have that privilege because they know Newcastle can knock them out. I mean, to remember as well, Newcastle will be looking at that like, right, this is a time to rectify us getting knocked out the Carabao Cup where Man City embarrassed them, do you know what I mean? So they'll be looking at that like, right, this is a chance for us to actually go and win this. We won the Carabao Cup last season. We're not having a great season, but we can go on and progress. So for us, it's a positive.
It's a great draw, and I understand that that will be the week of those games will be played on that weekend of the 8th, 9th and 10th of March. Am I right with that?
Yeah, so we played Brighton the 4th, no?
So the I think our following game to that is Everton.
Yeah, at home.
Everton at home. Oh no, hold on, no, because the Carabao Cup final. Oh no, yeah. Everton at home.
The Carabao Cup's on the 22nd.
The Carabao Cup finals on the 22nd of March.
Yeah,
so
Everton at home.
I think before that game we'd be playing Brighton away and then Everton at home. I think Brighton away is on the 4th of March, if I'm right. And then you have obviously this game. Then you have Everton at home.
That comes in between Manchester City playing Aston Villa at home.
Yeah, so literally about to get that up now.
Sorry, no, correction, no. I'm looking at that's Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Manchester City will be playing. Hold on, I'm just trying to find out here.
So
bear with us.
They play Nottingham Forest at home on the 4th of March, and they go away to West Ham on the 14th of March. So I'm guessing it's
away at West
them.
Ham. So they're away at West Ham on Saturday the 14th. So a lot for them to think about between a very difficult game away at Newcastle. Then, you know, whereas with us, We can rest the whole team, and that whole team can be ready for that game against Everton. So it's worked out. We cannot moan, people. It's worked out perfectly for us. It's worked out well for Mansfield because they've got a really big side coming to Mansfield. So the TV will be there. They'll get great TV money. And listen, of course, they got a chance to win the game. But Arsenal could not have hoped for a better draw unless it had been at home. Arsenal away at League One, Mansfield Town, right, in the next round of the FA Cup. Number one, a chance to progress through to the next round. And number two, a chance to rest a lot of players in this busy, schedule. There's Champions League. I think there's Champions League games as well.
Yep.
In that week. So it has worked out very, very well for Arsenal, this draw. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Kenya. But let us know in the comments. Arsenal at Mansfield in the next round of the FA Cup.